I'll set, if you know, I'll set in the last video. I won't know if that will be the last one. Because, to be honest, I don't think anyone can top Sylvanas in the way Sylvanas is becoming just a harder spot. However, that doesn't mean I want to try. And what do you mean I want to try? I want to try at least one more. And why? I underestimated Zhongli or Zhongkui, and I always said Zhongkui would have been easy, but I tested, of course, with one of my mages that I played the most, so then it became easy. I've tested some things out, and you know what it seems to be? And that is where the RNG comes in, and if RNG is lucky, like it always will, this can either turn out into 4 videos or 5 videos, and this or can turn out into 2 or 1. If I get a ranged character, like for example Hunter or Mage, this will probably be 1 video. Probably. If I don't fuck up. If I get a Guardian or a Warrior, then this will probably be multiple, because the thing is with Chongquei, he is ranged, but his 1, his slow tick, applied to you times 5, you won't be moving, you won't be walking around, and you will slowly dying. And he does have insane healing, but healing got nerfed in this patch. It is the patch that healing got basically reworked, like into a new thing. You know, this patch 10.3 from the top of my head. I don't know if it's 10.4. We'll see. We'll see. So today we're gonna fight Xiong Kui. And this all depends on luck. All depends on luck. A fucking summit! Fucking... Out of all the things I could have gotten, out of all the mages, I get the one with the most broken ult. If you played Smite, you know that it was like an all map cooldown ult, you know? And if you don't know, now you know. Basically, you know what, presses 4 and everyone on the map gets damage that is alive from the enemy team. Well, apply that on a 10-second cooldown. Times 5. So each like 10 seconds, and then I can press 4. See where I'm going? She can spawn unlimited minions that can attack the tower. So... this is probably going to be 1 video, now that I think about it. I think that soon. I mean, there's going to be more. Ah. And if you don't know what... if you don't know what we'll be doing, you're basically playing a series called Smite vs Omnipotence Bots, in which I, you know, your favorite girl, I hope, plays through a variety of matches with different set of rules each time, fighting against its 5 sets of bots. And what do? Well, basically each time I fight against a bot, if a bot wins, I'll go to the next round. And the rules get reduced up until 5 rounds. And then all rules have been reduced in round 6. We'll basically do like a 1 final match. If a bot doesn't get defeated after... a bot still wins after round 6. We'll basically... the bot wins and the bot is undefeated. However, if I manage to kill the bot loses and goes to the next... and we go to a different bot. And, well... I try to find who's the toughest bot in Smite Omnipotence, because I have always been like, oh, at Smite Omnipotence or at like the custom games, you know, Smite has had previously or still has a mode of the day as a thing, and I wanted that as like, I wanted that like as custom game modes, because I love these modes. So. And that's what we're doing, and that's what we're trying to find out. I'm going for my first. It gives me 2 minions to blow up, basically. 2 minions mean more damage. Oh. I hope. But like, yeah. This is like, I've tested it out with like a warrior like Surtur, so one of the more OP, you know, warriors, and I still even struggled so hard, and I was like, oh. You'll beat on the most weird occasions, I do have to say that. But you never know, maybe I'll be like, oh, Elise be like, ooh, she wins, she gives up already. Oh wait, no, my red buff. Hold on, I need to punch him some quays. Here, this is what I mean, by the way. Press 4. Do damage. Oh, it's a 20-second cooldown. Yeah. 20-second cooldown. Not that bad, I guess. But, maybe I'll lose still, you never know. Maybe I'll lose. Maybe I still lose. I think, this is probably either the final episode or the last, because I don't think a bot can defeat Sylvanas. Kukulkan was close, but Kukulkan, I greatly underestimated Kukulkan still. I still greatly underestimated Kukulkan. Because of his build, damage potential. So. But oh well. I guess series was fun to do, I have to say. I'm like the casual gamer girl, you know. Sometimes plays against bots. Because I want to just have a chill time. And those type of players should be out there. Like, I did this quite often. Like, just play against bots with the normal cooldowns on Joust, 1v5, 1 versus 5, and then kept someone like Kukulkan. And then after, you know, like playing with Kukulkan, you just easily ult every bot, so. And that was just fun. So like, Smite is fun to play, but if you want to have a chill time from time to time, you should play against bots. Which is like your favorite mage. What I should do? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna ban this, I'm gonna ban, how do you call it? How do you call that thing? Desolation Spirit. Spirit of Desolation, that one. You know, the ultimate cooldown reducer. You know. I lost my middle tower already, what I'm doing? I'm going to die, oh. I have ult. Oh. This is like what it meant. I tried it the first time I got the newest, but like random and tried to play as much as possible. And still one was like, yeah, I don't trust this. So I got like on purpose a warrior to test it out, like Surtur, which was still is like a high damaging ability warrior. So I would greatly benefit at least. But then it was still hard, like my power there was creating minions, but oh. Okay, what are we going to do? Hello? My buff. Goes to the dynamite. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, I had 11 HP. I had 11.
This will help vengeance rain down.
What like the... Who gets like the final one apply? I wonder. The highest HP one or...
What you don't know can hurt you. Destroy them.
Like I have to watch out with those ones of them. The ones of them. Because it's still high damage. Oh. Still high damage DPS. Don't worry about. If you don't worry, you get a sticky paper where you have to be dead in some time. Hello? I'm monologuing about you. Shut up. I'm like monologuing about you. Shut up. Yeah, blah blah. Let's buy Thunder. And I wanna buy this one. I guess the Thunder that applies.
Destroy them.
You have slain an enemy.
And become dead.
You're not gonna recall! Are you? No. I love how they just like go away when you stop stepping your one.
Destroyer of worlds. There's more than meets the eye.
Hey, wait a minute. There's an extra body here.
I can create my own minions.
Destroy them. Take no prisoners. What you don't know can hurt you.
Yeah, I can create my own minions.
Destroy them.
Damn it.
There's more. Take no prisoners.
Yeah, I guess they're dead.
Oh. I can create my own minions for fuck's sake.
Destroy them.
You know what's a funny thing is? I met another trans woman today for the first time. Well, I already heard stories, you know. But that's weird. You know what is always wonder as a trans girl thing? Because that's crossed my mind, but I've been like accepted that it's not possible for me. But I always wondered how other trans girls looked up to it, you know? Since, well, we basically, of course, do have the hormones and, you know, get the tits and that sort of stuff and become like that and have like surgery to get, how do you call it? Well, you know what I get, you know what I think, you know what I get. To get all those sort of stuff, but we never basically can have like a woman menstruation cycle and can get pregnant. So I always wondered how it felt like if I could get the chance, and I'm just gonna say it public in the video so that everyone knows. If I would have been given the chance to carry a child once, even if it's for someone else or for my own, I probably would do it. Just not because like that, but it's like of course. At this part of like being a woman, but just that once of like how it feels to have create life, because basically you're carrying a life and you're creating life most of the time. What do I mean with that? Well, basically you make life through, you know, sex, but yeah, you carry a child, you carry a life, and you give birth to it. So that feeling is something I want to experience, but I probably will never again. And the funny thing is that trans woman yesterday said to me, like, I would fight for it. Mark my words. That, like, trans people can carry children. And I was like, no. Because, like, I always remember a friend of mine said, had a conversation with one of, like, she's a caretaker. And she had a conversation with someone at their, like, you know, nursery home. And the guy said, you know, like there's a difference, you know, there is a difference, of course, between trans girls and trans women and normal women. And this is how you look at it. Because basically you can say, you know, to that girl who's outside who's a trans woman, yeah, she's a woman too. But if you define woman as would be able to carry a child, yes, then no, I never be able to become fully a woman. But being a woman doesn't mean carrying a child. Because if you like... if you are like that person who says like, you are a woman once you have, you know, your menstruation cycle and be able to carry a child, then no. Because some women even can't, you know. Because, like, they are, like, how do you call it in English?
Hurt you.
They are unreproductive. I don't know how you call it in English. But basically, they won't be able to get children, you know, some women. So, those will be able to not come. Are not a woman too, then? So, yeah. There's something that, like, I always wonder about other trans girls, how they look at it. Because it is, like, something that goes from person to person. But it was funny to hear that she was like, I wanted to get pregnant, I'm gonna fight for it. I was like, ugh. Like I said, if I could get the chance, like, to carry a child, and he become pregnant, I would. But I would have already been, you know, I would already, what do you call it? I have laid peace with it that I won't be able to. Because I think in my life, and it's coming like 60 years, it has not been able to, like, give me like an reproductive organ from a woman and become like having a child. And maybe other ways science will find it, but I don't know. I don't want to think about it, but I find it funny. Because you never know, you know, like, yeah. Of course, that's the life of a trans woman, being a trans girl. It's like life of being a trans girl. Every woman thinks about different about that. And yeah, you maybe find it crazy because, well, I'm a trans girl and I never could. But there's something that crosses the mind, you know? If you would become, like, if you were a girl, you would become a guy. Well, no, that makes it different. Is there something that girls can't, which guys... Is there something that trans guys can't, what guys will can? I know, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. If there is, let me know in the comments down below, because I forget it.
How can they resist?
If I forget. But, like, basically, that is a part of being a woman. Like, every woman that you met, most women nowadays, if you're born a woman, you can, like, become pregnant, carry a child. So, yeah, this part of being a trans life. But it is part that, like, crosses my mind, how would it feel, you know? And I would honestly wanna... If I could, I would. You know, if I would give an option, like at least would you try to carry a child? Even, like I said, even if it's not for me, but like being a... like, yeah, how do you call it in English? Wait. Some place, I have something to look up. Hold on. Something to look up. Something to look up. A surrogate mother? Is that it? I don't know. Surrogate mother? You know, someone who carries a child for another. If that's the correct term, let me know, because Google, you know, Google Translate it. But if I would become a surrogate mother, I would. If I would, like, if it's for me or for someone else, I would. People would always click on the window, like, at least I want to be pregnant. It's like a pain in the ass. I know. No, it's a pain in the ass. And not like inertia and all sorts of stuff. But, like, they're also like with each positive thing, downsides come. Like, I don't have my hormone treatment yet, and of course, when I get it, eventually I get like the things I want, like surgery, you know, looking like a woman, I have boobies finally, and all that sorts of stuff. But there comes a price to pay. I have to take medicine. I have to wait. I have to, like, probably get. I've read trans girls go through like an emotional phase, like they have mood changes a lot. So, like, to everything which is positive, there are always downsides. So, I think 1,000. So, like, yeah, becoming pregnant, of course, you give life, you carry your life, and you, like, you know, give birth to a life, and you become, you know, like, all that sort of stuff. But there are downsides and positive sides to it, so... I know, like, for example, giving birth is a hell of a pain. Or I heard stories, I never felt like it. And I know you can do, like, there are, like, these tools that people do to stimulate birth rates, you know, those you know, the birth camps you get, pregnancy camps before giving birth. I don't know how to describe it best. My brain is shutting off, to be honest. But you also have to think, like, it is something that crosses the mind how it feels. And if I would get the chance, I would. But if I never happens, I have peace with that. Like, I can be a girl that I want. For like 4 or 5 years, almost. I think. Actually, to think, I've now been openly public transgender for like a year. But it's been almost 5 years that I started with my HBO college. And basically 5 years, and that have been like, maybe I want to be like the thought started of being a girl. Like, the thing is, it started with me the most of like, I had fantasies of like being in a relationship, which every person has from time to time. But I always was the girl, or the relationship was lesbian. And of course, the relationship fantasies went from all the way from just starting to sometimes even, let's say, yeah. Sometimes it even was like thinking about that, because you know, as being wanting to be a girl, you're always gonna wonder that. So I had dreams where I was like expecting a kid, because well, you thought about it before going to bed, for example, because well, you're a trans girl, so you think about like that sort of stuff. How is it to be a woman? How is it to have a child? And what you think about before going to bed is highly reflected in your dreams. So I only had dreams. I never had the feeling. So maybe like, at least if you want to try it, you can always buy, you know, fake stuff and acting stuff, which actors use. I could, but I don't think people will believe me. Would you believe a girl with a beard? Like, some people even still call me a guy, and I still sound like a guy, so. But like I said, yeah, I found it like surprising that I heard that she is like, I want to fight for it, or like, that's the impression I get. She never said it, that she want to fight for it, but I got the impression, and I find it surprisingly, like, of course every girl thinks about it differently, and probably if you search around, you will probably find like that a lot of people want, a lot of trans girls ask for it, because like I said, it's part of being a woman. But I don't know, I've been like happy with it, like that I probably can't. And like I earlier said, if I really want to feel how it is, I always can like probably act. Probably stuff on the market out there that you can buy, or make your own belly, you know. This video is gonna be weird. I'm gonna finish this because but yeah, that's like my thoughts and my thing. And this is gonna take a while before this video goes out anyway, so. But yeah, that's my thoughts and what I had this weekend. So yeah, I'm throwing this out in the public. If I could get pregnant and carry a child for once, I would. So yeah, I'm not gonna back down for it. If it ends my career, well, so be it. I'm not gonna take away what I maybe hope one day to get, but probably won't. You know? So I'm not gonna take that back. No, I stand with what I say. My mother is right. Another funny thing is, I'm actually, let's talk a bit more, because this video can be like, this probably less serious, so make it a bit more interesting. Let's do it like this, you know. I had, like, not last weekend, because last weekend I went on, like, out of dinner with my friends, and I met a new trans girlfriend for the first time. And I had a conversation with my mother, and she felt like I would have been a bit more, you know, adult, or, you know, more adult-like. Because, of course, you know, I live on my own, and that sort of stuff. I do a streaming career, I go to HBO, I do my own laundry, I do my own cooking, that sort of stuff. But I not always stand with what I want. I don't give my opinion that easily. Of course, I don't give my opinion easily in the sense of I want, because I'm openly transgender girl and I want a community to base on that. So, but if I do stuff like this, For example, what I told in the video, I always go like, should I release it? No. And then be like, nah, I'm not. This is the point where she's right. I don't stand with what I want, and I give doubts about it, but no, I'm gonna release it because this is my life, and this is what's happening, this is what we're talking about. So my mother was right. Like, I think like of course it is the internet. Everyone can see this video and be like, yeah, you're never gonna be pregnant. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Like, I know that probably never can get it.
Enemy team is gone. Time to take off the pants.
Probably never gonna get it. You don't have to rub it in. But can a girl dream or want? And like I said, I can always act. Like, there's probably like fake bellies on the market or something that I probably can use to act like if I really want to experience. But I'm not gonna do that, probably are way too expensive.
No prisoners.
Way too expensive. So yeah, I stand with the fact, like I said, I stand with the fact, if I could become, in this lifetime, pregnant and carry a child, probably up to my 40s, not like if I'm 84 anymore, you know, then I probably would. Then I would. Yeah, I'm gonna send it, this goes on the internet, and I don't care about what people think, and I don't care what the people want. This is Transgirl's life, this is Transgirl's thought. No. Oh.
Destroy them.
And that's why my mother was right. I get doubts about this. Because I've made jokes about being pregnant in earlier videos. And lots of videos. That I'm like,
Triumph. Though no
you know,
heritage is too
should I like release this? Yeah, fuck it. I released them anyways. I got my doubts and nobody complained about them. And I'm openly admitting that I want to be pregnant and maybe like can always act. So, yeah. Yeah. And like, if you're a trans girl yourself, you should always follow with your own dreams. Like, I'm not gonna... Like, of course, it is a dream, which is probably never gonna be true. But like I said, it's a dream. Can a girl be dreaming? And can I be? I feel like I'm going way too philosophical for this video. Let's fucking end this. On with this. This is probably like... This is also... This type of video is probably be like... It's gonna be biting me back in the ass. You know? It's gonna be biting me back in the ass someday. Like, you're like, oh, she's a trans girl, she wanna get pregnant. Yeah, so be it.
To your side. Were those bots?
I'm ulting. There's somebody alive. So, like, this video is gonna bite me back in the ass because I did one episode with Kukala where I was talking about becoming a housewife. And friends me back on that. Like, she's talking about becoming a housewife and that sort of stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that I talked about this. So when I release this, I'll probably be like, oh yeah, I forgot that I talked about want to become pregnant.
destroy them.
So yeah, that's my life. And yeah, I do stand with the fact that I say I want to be pregnant. It's a dream. It's well, not yet a dream. If, like I said, this is a dream. If it could, I would. Like I said, if I could, even if it's for my own or becoming a surrogate mom, then sure, I would. I want to try that because it's just the feeling of like of carrying life. That's like that makes me curious, you know. I probably like some guys probably wonder how it is to do this. Like I said, there's probably ways to, you know, act like it because there are probably a lot of actors who do it, like they act like they're being pregnant and such stuff. So I won't bother you with it anymore. What I'm gonna bother you with is like, as I expected, this was on one side win. That leaves the question, which I'm gonna greatly ask to you. Do you think out of any of these bots we didn't face that the one is that can defeat Sylvanas? If there is, let me know in the comments down below. And let me know also in the comments down below what you found about my life. And while you're down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you miss any more videos in the future. If you're new around here and don't know who I am, I'm known as Hudson Elise and Hudson Juju. And yeah, I am a transgender girl. And yeah, I do stand with what I say. I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna cut that out of the video. I'm not gonna silence it. No, you can bear with it. So I know I should not talk about everything on the internet. I know, that's the thing. But some things bother me in life. Some things I wanted to get off my chest, and some things, yeah, it's not bothering me, but it's like interesting. And I think like talking about it, and this is what I'm gonna say, I think talking about stuff like this and being open about it is what made people accept my transgender side more easily, because I'm so open about it. So I think like throwing this out there in the world, even when I release this on a day, which I probably forget that I talked about this, people will realize, oh, and be like, oh yeah, that's right. Transgender girls never can get pregnant, so they probably wonder how it would feel like. So, you know that now. So yeah, if it could, like I said, if it could, I would, even if it's a surgery mom, like a mother who, carries a child for another mother, like a woman who carries a child for another woman. Even if I could be one like that, I would. But yeah, that's probably not going to be in this live. There's probably a bot in here that can defeat Sylvanas, but I don't know, so let me know in the comments down below. As I said, I'm Hudson Juju, Hudson Elise. I often do Project Diva, and horror type of stuff, but also other types. I send what I said. I'm not going to, like I said, change anything. So, and with that openty over my transgender side, with that being that open, I hope you accept and hope you won't find it weird. With that, I'm going to say, have a wonderful day, peace out, and don't forget to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave any ghosts you want to see next in the comments down below. Bye. Bye.
の皆さんどうかつまりのどのみなでバイバイバイ思いついたら歩いていけ心のゴミを残さないように